Hey guys, it's day 19, and today what I want to talk about is vision and emotion and how they play a part together. You really can't have vision without the emotion that's attached. So let's do a little test real quick. What I want you guys to do is think of your favorite song. I don't care if it's an old song or a new song, but just think of your favorite song. Alright, you guys got it? Okay, now think of your favorite part in the song. Is it a certain line? Is it the chorus? Is it the change up? What is your favorite part of that song? Okay, you got it. Okay, so what I want now is to ask, what image is in your head? Normally a song is to provoke an emotion from you, which is good or bad depending on the situation, I guess. So I'm assuming, because I know it happens with myself, but most people when they hear a song and they like that song or they dislike that song, is usually because there's an emotion attached to it, and the songwriter, other than him just or her having a story that goes with the song, maybe there was something that happened when you heard that song. There's an emotion that becomes attached to it. So maybe it was your breakup song, you know, and that's the only song that you heard after she left you. Or maybe it was your wedding song, and that was the first song that he held your hand and led you to the dance floor as Mr. and Mrs. Maybe it was during the summer and you had this amazing, awesome adventure, and so now when you hear this, you have not only an emotion that goes with this song of happiness, excitement, sadness, whatever it may be, but you have a vision that's set with it. And the reason I'm bringing this up today is because that's what you have to have in business. That's what you have to have in life. That's what you have to have when you're pursuing your dreams or your goals or your desires. It's more than just having goals that are written down, but it's having a vision. And if you're really good at it, then you can describe that vision to other people. And not only will they see that vision, but they may also be able to attach the emotion that you have. Now you're pouring that emotion out to them. So I was looking at this case study, and it has some statistics that I had to write down because I don't really remember them. But back in 1953, Yale University did a study, and then in 1979, another professor from Harvard MBA did the same study because they wanted to see if the numbers were for real. So what they noticed of the graduating classes of 53 and 97, the graduating classes, that 84% of them had no goals. 13% had written goals, but no concrete plan or vision for their future. 3% had both written goals and a concrete plan or a vision for their future. So a lot of times in business, people ask, what's your 5-year goal? What's your 5-year plan for your growth in your business? But it's also good to ask, what's your 5-year plan in your personal life, personal development, financial areas, your housing, your career-wise. You know, set out a good 5-year plan and see if that's something you'll have. So 10 years later, both Yale and Harvard in their time frames, so from 53 to 63 and 79 to 89, Yale and Harvard followed back up 10 years later, and this is what they found. The 13% that had written goals but no concrete plan made twice as much as the 84% that had no written goals or concrete plan. But the 3% that had both the written goals and a concrete plan or a vision made 10 times more than the rest of the 97% that had or didn't have their written goals. Vision is a big part. So in construction, I do this a lot when I go to homeowners' homes and I'm doing a repair or something for them. I'm trying to explain to them what I'm going to do, and I'm trying to show them how I'm going to do it. And some of them they catch on right away, some of them don't understand it. Or same thing when you go on a job site and you have just a bunch of blueprints and there's nothing there in front of you but a slab of concrete. And you have to realize, okay, these walls are going to come here, these walls are going to stop here, the elevation is going to be this high, we're going to be putting in lights over here. You have to be able to vision it. But when it's something that you're excited about, it's not only tapping into the vision part of it, but it's able to tap into that emotional part also. And being able to share that with someone, sharing that excitement. So again, I told you guys my goal setting back in day 14. One of my things is in a year from June, I forgot what the date was exactly, I think it's June 18th, 2019, I want to have 120,000 cash in my checking account. That's aside from that's just off the notes, 120. But I put myself in the mindset of, what am I going to feel? What's the emotion I'm going to have? I have the vision of seeing my statement saying 120. That's the vision, but the emotion is relaxation, happiness, secureness. It's an emotion that's attached of just a sigh of relief, I guess. But I also have in my head, I have a vision of the home that I want when I'm able to be in the situation that I have the house that I want. I can see the stairs, I can see my office, I can see my cherry wood desk with a glass top. There's a map behind me of the United States, and I have little red pinpoints of everywhere that I have notes. I have what I'm wearing while I'm sitting behind that desk. I have my ideal weight while I'm there, and I have the emotion. I mean, you can see the smile because I know what I look like in that time, in that setting. I have the sun coming in off the windows because where the window is in my office. I have, when I can see down the hallway from where my office is at, I have a vision in my head of what I want. Is that house made yet? Am I gonna have to make this house? I don't know, but the feeling that I'm gonna have when I know my kids are running in and out of the house or up and down the doors, or as I'm coming back in from dropping them off at school, the emotions that I have attached to have this accomplishment, to know that this is the emotions that I have tied to this house, is making it more tangible for me. It's something that I'm working for. It's not just having the written goals, but it's having a vision and taking that vision and what is the emotion behind that once you achieve that goal. What are you gonna feel once you have that desired goal set and met? But you have to be able to put yourself into that position now while you're working towards it. Written goals, visions, and emotions play a big part into it. I heard Jim Rohn or Bob Proctor, somebody was telling them about vision, and they said that they were building their house and they were taking somebody through the house, and he described the fireplace and the mantle so well that his friend almost bumped his head on it. You know, it wasn't even there, but he says he described it so well, and he was able to set this emotion of how it looked and how he's gonna put his, you know, the stands on top of the mantle, and that his friend almost bumped his head. And it was pretty funny. He says another part in the same story, he says they're looking out the back window, and he's, well, actually there's nothing there yet, it's just a slab, but he says he has them in the kitchen looking out the back window into their backyard, and there's a pool that's not even built yet. But he described it so well, and he had the emotion behind it that the people, yeah, I can see the pool, I can see it there, there's nothing there, but it's the vision and the emotion that's tied with that. That's, you know, the backdrop is the goal. And so if you look up these studies, I'm gonna try to post the link to this study case so you guys can read it. It's a really good article. But if you guys have those goals set, and then you have a vision for it, you can imagine with your eyes, not just with your eyes closed, but with your eyes open. I mean, like I said, I can see my office right now. I can see it. I have 2 bookshelves on either side of the room behind my desk. I have wood flooring. I can see it right now as I'm looking. I'm at the pool again, but I can see it in spite of the pool. You know, and again, just the feeling of my ownership. I'm a real business owner. I'm successful business owner. I'm striving in what I'm doing. I'm excelling in my customer service. I'm providing a good product and service for my clients, and my clients are doing well for me to be doing well. And I can see it and I can feel it. And so I want you guys to be able to tap into that. Tap into whatever your desire is, your goal is. Use it as your motivation. Use it as your starting point. You know, write down those goals. Write them down. Be clear. Be distinct of what you want. And then start visioning it. And then once you can get a good vision of it, start conjuring, I guess, the emotions that you're going to have that are going to be tied into when you achieve it. So that's it for today, day 19. Vision and emotions and how they're tied together. Quick note before I go, please realize that in the same way that it's going to help you to grow, it can also help you to be setbacks. And for a while, when I was listening to regular music, I had to really guard myself, because there are those songs that'll take you back. I don't want to say put you in depression, but there's songs that have it just puts you in a bad mood. You know, whether it makes you angry because of whatever that's tied to, whether it gets you upset, whether it makes you sad, it makes you withdraw. Stay away from those things. Stay away from those things. Tie into the good things. Tie into the positive. Tie into those that are going to build you up so you can build others up. Tie into those things that are going to make you a better person or grow you, not tear you down. So that's the up and the down of it. You know, as these visions and emotions are tied together, it can be for good or for bad. So I just want to say, you know, guard yourself against that. Put yourself in the positive, and just really go for it, guys. Go for it. Set your goals. Get those visions. Tie those emotions to those visions. to the goals. So when you achieve them, you're working towards that. So that's it for today. Vision and emotion. Talk to you guys tomorrow.